Olive oil and food pairing is becoming more popular by the day, and it's not just a trend, but it's a transformation that is happening to foodies across the world. Even top culinary instructors say that great olive oil shouldn't be an afterthought that you add at the end of a dish, but it should be an integral part from the beginning and something that you choose before you start cooking, not throw it on after. Hi there, I am Jacqueline for Vero, where we go around the world searching out wild and scarce extra virgin olive oils, wines, and specialty foods to bring to the US for foodies, wine lovers, businesses, and distributors across the country to discover and enjoy along with us. And here at Vero, we have been thinking about olive oil this way for a long time. We've always thought about which oil brings out the best in which food, which oil will transform a simple dish into something memorable, and which oil do you use to start building a collection in your own kitchen that will let you experiment like a true chef? So that's what this video is going to be all about. We are going to show you how to start thinking like a chef about extra virgin olive oil and how the right pairing will make both the food and the oil taste better. Now, of course, this all starts with having really good olive oil in your kitchen. And honestly, not even just one, but several on hand, and that's not a bad thing. This is definitely a habit that I picked up from my years of working in a family-owned restaurant in northern Italy. I'm not going to admit on camera how many different bottles of EVOO I currently have in my cupboard at this moment, but let's just say it's more than several. But all joking aside, when I worked in the restaurant, we always had multiple types of olive oil on hand. There was the olive oil for frying, the one for salads, the one for meat, the one for service, and so on. Each olive oil had its reason, its dish, and its place in the kitchen. For example, even when we look at just the 4 extra virgin olive oils that are carried in the Vero shop at verovino.com, we can see that they each have a different character that makes them shine with a different type of food. We have Aurinia and Caletra from La Magliosa first up. Both are award-winning and crafted by a woman-owned biodynamic farm in Tuscany. Aurinia is made from a blend of 4 Tuscan olive cultivars and is the gentler of the 2 olive oils, we could say. It's a little bit buttery, but it has a nice bitter kick at the end thanks to its healthy dose of polyphenols. We think that this is great when it's drizzled over bread, pasta, white meat, fish, and some fresh vegetables even. Then we have Caletra, which is definitely the more robust of the 2. It has a nice spicy phenol kick once you swallow, and it's much more intense in flavor. It screams for food, especially raw salads, red meats, or like a bean soup. And of course, we cannot forget about the EVOO from Quechua Scarlata, called Il Nostro Oro, which means literally our gold. It's the most buttery of the bunch, and it's smooth and almost like butter on fresh vegetables. It's great for simple bread dipping or a little bit of focaccia. And the last of the Vero extra virgin olive oil lineup, but certainly not the least, is from EVOO. Farmed and crafted on a family farm in Abruzzo, that oil is a great all-around, everyday, drizzling oil. It's versatile and reliable for a lot of different dishes. So here's the basic principle of food and olive oil pairing. Oils with different character profiles will synergize and match up with different foods. The right pairing will make both the food and the olive oil taste better. It's a lot like wine and food pairing, actually. But Antonella Manuli, the winemaker and olive oil producer at La Magliosa, who makes both Aurinia and Caletra, puts it this way. Aurinia goes better with white meat and delicate fishes, and Caletra will go better with red meat and legumes and beans because it's got a little bit more robustness and enough to stand up to stronger flavors. So how do you know which oil will go where? Think about intensity. Delicate oils like Aurinia will work best with foods that won't overpower it. Think bread, pasta, maybe some lighter proteins, but robust oils like Caletra will need food that can match its intensity, like a raw vegetable or a red meat or a hearty soup that we mentioned earlier. But I don't know about you, I like to think about things practically, so I've got a little bit of an experiment here. We are actually going to try this out. So first, we are actually going to be trying the Aurinia with a little bit of bread. All right, so I've got it nice and soaked. Let's give it a taste. Okay. So I'm getting that buttery flavor and also a nice herbaceousness coming through. It is delicate, but I can definitely feel the polyphenols kind of working on the back of my throat. This bread is a great way to really taste the oil on kind of a neutral palate. I think it works well. I can really taste the olive oil coming through, but it doesn't overpower the bread completely. We can really taste the actual olives here, which is really important after all if you think about it. Olive oil, you need to be able to taste the olives. And this bread really allows the olive flavor of this Tuscan blend to come through. And so this works because the bread's simplicity lets the oil's character shine through without really competing with it. There's nothing to fight the oil flavors. It's just a clean canvas of the bread that lets Aurinia do what it does best and shine. Like I said, this is what I would keep on hand for bread, fish, lighter dishes that you want just a little bit of boost in flavor, but the dish itself is not too powerful to overtake the olive oil. Now for Caletra, which is a little bit more of an intense oil, I am actually going to be passing the mic to our founder, Sheila Donahue, as she's going to talk about a salad that she threw together last minute and how the Caletra really made the dish so much more delicious. Take it away, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila Donahue from Vero here again, and I told you in the previous video where I had just tasted the latest harvest of the Caletra by La Maliosa, this really good monocultivar organic extra virgin olive oil from Tuscany, that I would put it on a salad. So I have just a very simple salad here of celery and olives and salt. That's it. So I'm going to pour some of the Caletra on top, and you don't need that much. The way to enjoy really good olive oil like this is to have a very simple dish in which you get to taste the flavors of the olive oil along with the food, so that way the taste of the olive oil shines through. So I'm just stirring it up here, and I'm gonna taste it. I smell it. It smells really good. I smell the olive oil in the dish. Wow. It's really tasty, and it's a healthy dish. Olive oil's adding flavor to it. It's really good. Gotta try it.
All right, now let's double check what Sheila was saying with our own experiment. I have here some cucumbers from my garden to taste with our Caletra. All right, here we go. Okay. Very interesting. I totally agree with Sheila on this. This oil sings with some raw vegetables. And that's because these raw vegetables do have a little bit more of an intense flavor than the bread, but that's okay because this olive oil is a little bit more intense, and the monocultivar itself does help it really stand up. However, the food is not too intense that it doesn't overpower, again, the nice olive oil flavor coming through. Both Aurinia and Caletra work well with vegetables, but I totally agree with Sheila when she says that she prefers Caletra for its peppery punch that synergizes a lot more with salads. That is totally true. Now, are you ready to start experimenting for yourself? To taste all of the olive oils that we talked about today, you can head to the Vero shop on verovino.com to buy them, and we will ship them directly to you in most US states. You can contact us for business pricing. We truly believe the best way to learn is by tasting different oils and different foods. How we notice the right pairing transforms both. And of course, you can always drink the oils directly like we did in a previous video that I will be linking in a moment. But if that isn't your style, tasting them like this over bread or vegetables is a great way to still taste the oils. So thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like below and subscribe here on YouTube for more videos like this. As well, do let me mention that we also have a related article coming up on the Vero blog. And if you sign up for the Vero newsletter on verovino.com, linked below, it is the best way to be notified when it drops. A subscription to the Vero newsletter, plus a subscription here on YouTube, will mean that you will always be up to date on the latest and greatest from Vero, both in content and new products. Now, as promised, here is that video on how to taste olive oil like a pro. I will see you there. Bye!